Hi, my name is Brittany Nelson. I am a 5th grade math teacher at Eden Gardens Magnet in Caddo Parish, and I am most passionate about leadership, not only for myself, but also for my students and in my classroom. I feel like they are at such a moldable age, and I want to have an impact on them and set a role model for them as a leader. I want to give them the skills, the leadership qualities and skills that they need to go out and conquer the world and to be successful in life. So when they walk out of my classroom at the end of the year, I want them to be goal-driven, I want them to be self-motivated, and I want them to be confident, ready to go. So today you'll be watching me teach my 5th graders math. We are using the Zurn curriculum. Specifically, we are in Mission 3, Lesson 3, titled Making Like Units to Add. The objective for my students is to add fractions with unlike units using the strategy of creating equivalent fractions. So this hits on standard, the 5th grade standard for fractions numbers 1 and number 2. So we finished Mission 2 last week and moved into Mission 3 on Monday. Mission 3, Lesson 1, we practiced equivalent fractions, which is a review of a 4th grade standard. And then yesterday for Mission 2, we added fractions with like denominators, with like units, which is also a review of 4th grade standards. So today you are getting to see their very first introductory day into fractions based on the 5th grade standards. So our goal is to master Standard 1 by the end of Mission 3 and Standard 2 by the end of Mission 4. So like I said, this is an introductory into leading into our goals of mastery. So you will be watching me teach 28 boys and girls. We have pods set up because of the COVID protocol, so they have to stay in their groups. I have one dyslexic student. I have one autistic student, and I have 3 students that are in speech. I know that every child learns differently and that there are many different learning styles, so I make it my goal to reach all of them. I teach visually, kinesthetic, and auditory. You will see that we are very fast-paced and we keep going, but I have trained them into a routine to walk through the steps of our math lesson every day. You might hear me say tip, tip, teach. They know that they're going to help their neighbor with that. Another thing that I have added in is the extra math as our warm-up program. This is the group that missed the 4th 9 weeks of their 3rd grade year. Well, in 3rd grade math, multiplication facts are a huge part of it. And by them missing so much, I noticed that they were struggling in the beginning of the year. So I have implemented that extra math program in the beginning of my class just to help practice those skills and help build on that foundation to go. So I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for watching. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. If you will open your Chromebook and do your extra math. If you've already completed the program, then you may move into your word problem number 3. I'm going to go ahead and set my timer for about 5 minutes. Before you start flipping, before you go to your bonus. Landon Mills Finished Edition! So who can read word problem number 3 for us? Alexandria.
Alex squeezed 2 liters of juice for breakfast.
What is our total that we are starting with?
2.
We're starting with 2. So because we're starting with 2, are we dividing 2 into 5 glasses? Or are we dividing 5 glasses into 2 liters? We have 5 glasses here. Let's say here's my 2 liters of drink. I'm going to start with this, and I'm going to do a little bit, a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. So we're going to start with our 2 and divide it into how many cups? 5. 5 goes into 2 how many times?
0.
0. Good. What do? I can't keep solving. There's nothing else. What do I do? Come on, help.
You add a decimal and then add a 0.
I add a decimal and 0. Why is that decimal important?
So you don't change the
I cannot change the value of that 2. Perfect. Okay, so now 5 goes into 20. Show me with your fingers. Perfect. 4 times. Am I done?
No. You bring the decimal.
What's the rule for the decimal when I'm dividing?
Straight up.
Straight up. Perfect. So 0.4. Who can read me their sentence?
0.4 liters of juice will be in each glass.
Perfect. I'm glad you labeled it 0.4 liters. Okay, my next question. Who can read the bonus for it?
How many milliliters are in each glass?
Okay, so we're dealing with liters. We're dealing with milli. What's the trick that we've learned? King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. So we're going from 0.4 liters to how many milliliters? Okay, so where is L?
That would be B.
At my B, where am I headed?
To
Ready, go.
1, 2, 3.
To the right. 0.4. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. To the. Anything I'm missing?
0.
All right. I saw a lot of people getting it right, so give yourself a pat on the back. Let's move into dry erase in 5 and 1. I can. Using the strategy of creating equivalent fractions. What does the word equivalent mean?
Equal.
Equal, perfect. And then yesterday, we what? What did we do with fractions? We added fractions.
And we converted them to mixed numbers.
Okay, and we converted some to mixed numbers. Okay, so let's do a whole review. Yesterday when we added fractions, all of our denominators were the same. So today the only difference is we're going to be adding fractions with different denominators, okay? Let's review a few things real quick. I need to know vocabulary. Name the top, name the bottom, decide on your group, take off when you got it. All right, it looks like every group is up. Perfect. Got it. Yes. Good. Touchdown. 3, 2, 1. The top part of a fraction is called the numerator. Perfect. And the bottom part of a fraction is called the denominator. Denominator. Okay. What does the denominator tell us? What?
It tells us how much the whole is.
How many parts are in a whole? Perfect. Okay, so the denominator tells us the total number. The numerator is going to answer our what? Question. Perfect. Draw me an example of a fraction on your board. Love it, take off. Yes, yes, good. Perfect. Yes, 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 good. I'm going to hold yours for a second and use yours as an example for something. Touchdown. 3, 2, and 1. I see this on most of them, which has a what number on the top? Smaller number on the top than the bottom, which is a normal fraction. I also see this. Who remembers what this is called? It has a whole number and a fraction, so we call it a what?
Mixed number.
Mixed number. Perfect. Okay. So for a fraction, in most cases, we have a little number over a big number. When it's flipped and we have a big number over a little number, who remembers what that's called?
Improper fraction.
An improper fraction. Let's review one thing from yesterday. Let me see if you remember this. 2/5 plus 1/5. Show me your answer. Perfect. Yes, yes, good, good. Good, good. Give your partner a high five and say, good job. Touchdown erase. 3, 2. Then I have to multiply to make it equivalent. You're saying these two numbers have to be the what?
Same.
Thumbs up or down. Do you agree or disagree with her? Well, if we reverse to the one from yesterday, we learned that we can add fractions as long as they have the same what?
Denominator.
So in order to add these fractions, we have to make them the same.
Denominator.
And I've heard you use the vocabulary of equivalent, so we're going to make equivalent fractions. So what, show me with your fingers, what do you think could be in a common denominator here? The same number that 2 and 4 both go into. Show me with your fingers, what would you do? Okay, I see 2, I see 4, I see 8. Well, let's talk about it, okay? Let's count by 2s for a second. Ready? Go with me.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
That's good. And let's count by 4s. Ready? Go.
4, 8, 12, 16.
That's good. Is there a 2 in both of them?
Yeah.
No. So since I'm starting at 4, can 2 be a common denominator option in this problem?
No.
No. It has to be in both of them. Okay? So 2's not going to work out. Well, let's go to the next one. I see a 4 here. Is there a 4 also here?
Yes.
So one common denominator could be 4. The other one I saw some of you hold up was an 8. Well, is there an 8 in both?
Yes.
There is. Okay, so we're going to actually work this problem both ways because I want to show you the difference and then we'll tie them back together. So, show me, if I told you this, 1/2 equals how many fourths? Show me on your board what your answer would be. Just reduce it, or you start with smaller. Okay, so just like most everything we do, I'm going to teach you a lot of different ways and you pick which way is easiest for you. One other little trick I want to show you. What's 4 times 2?
8.
Now, you might have to reduce at the end if you take that route, but if you multiply those two denominators together and start with that denominator, that's an easy, for sure, 2 goes into it, and for sure 4 goes into it, okay? Let me give you one to try on your own. Ready? Erase. 3, 2, 1/3 plus 1/2. 1/3 plus 1/2. Now, let's talk about what we're going to do for our denominator. I'm going to give you a hint for this one. I'll let you do the next one on your own. What could our denominator be? Show me with your fingers what you think. What do you think? Perfect. 3 times 2 is?
6.
Go with it. Okay? So 1/3 equals how many? 6. 1/2 equals how many? 6. Add them together and give me your final answer. Love it. Good. Yes, Alex. Yes, you got it. Perfect. Okay? Add them together. This is perfect equivalent. This is perfect equivalent, but now you've got to add. Let me see, Sissy. Add those two together, and what do you get? Give me your final answer. Yes, Jack, you got it. Good. Both to what? 15? Try again.
What are the two numbers?
Jinx, will you hop over here and switch it to you, please?
What is the number?
Yes, you got it. Awesome.
Adding 3.
Your denominator doesn't match your whole work. You may change your questions. So let's do this first one together. You ready? We have 1/2 and we have 1/3. This is what I want your paper to look like, so make sure yours matches mine. Show me with your fingers. What is the great common denominator to use for this one? Show me with your fingers. Perfect. 6. Let's go with it. So I'm going to put equals 6, equals 6. Well, 2 times what is 6?
3.
So we're doing times 3. Well, what's 1 times 3?
3.
3, so now 3 6 on the top. Okay? 3 times what is 6?
2.
1 times 2 is
2.
2. So I want you to show me your equivalent fractions that you get, and then I want you to rewrite it, and I want you to say, okay, well, 3 6 plus 2 6 equals what?
5.
5 6. I want you to solve B, C, and D. Take off when you're done, ready for me to come check. Go. Yes, good job. Check your table as a condition, okay?
How many yards of ribbon did
Show me with your arms. What operation do you think we should use for this? Are we going to add, subtract, multiply, divide? Show with your arms. Yeah, we need to add them. So let's do that, okay? So we're going to write 1/3 plus 1/6. Well, I can't add them because the what's not the same? The denominator's not the same. So what could a common denominator be?
18.
How did you get 18?
3 times 6 is
You got it. So we're going to put 18 here. 3 times 6, I heard. Well, what's 1 times 6?
6.
Okay, 6 times what is 18?
3.
Perfect. And 1 times 3 is?
3.
Okay, so now I want you to make them equal. So now how many parts are you going to make in each one? 10. Perfect. Is there a way if I count by 20 to get 60?
Yes.
Times what?
3.
Perfect. Now that you've converted to 60s, how many minutes could you pull from that? Yes. Good job. Now, after doing our whole entire lesson and your zone lesson, and I've gone over your exit ticket with most of you, show me your level of understanding now. Okay? This is for adding fractions with unlike denominators. Awesome. This makes me so happy. Give your partner a high five and say, great work today. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Have a good day. Have a good day. I hope you enjoyed my lesson today. As you can see, I am constantly moving. I'm constantly observing the kids. I want all of them engaged as much as possible. And so through the dry erase boards, through them telling me their level of understanding, through the problems that they were working on paper, through the Zern digital lesson completion, and even through the exit ticket, I truly feel like today, by the end of the day, they could all add fractions with unlike denominators. So I would say yes, our lesson objective was met today. I was so proud of them. Tonight, they will do homework to practice the skill that I taught them, and then tomorrow we will move into adding fractions with unlike denominators still, but we're going to go up to where we end up with answers as improper fractions, and then we'll have to convert them to mixed numbers. So next week, we'll move into subtracting fractions and just keep walking through this fractions mission. So I enjoyed the opportunity to share my teaching with you, and I thank you again for watching.